Ladies and gents, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Potato. This is Train Sport Fever. I was waiting to say Train Fever. It's not Train Fever. It's Transport Fever. But I was getting confused there because we're looking at a train right now, and that's what confused my brain a little bit. So anyway, that's the good old regular route, the one that runs between Elstree and Borehamwood, and also between Framlingham at the other end. On the other route, it's going well. 24 out of 24 passengers, and 20 passengers, maybe 24 by the time that this train gets into the station. But either way, a good complement of passengers are going to constantly be arriving at the stations. If you'll remember, in the last episode, we did indeed manage to go about setting up a brand new route that was kind of a little bit creative, actually, because it was a route that goes between Morley and Elstree and Borehamwood, and this station is now going to be used at both ends, which I think is really, really interesting. It's going to be really cool to see how it works, or doesn't work, but it should work. Alright, we're going to stick it in 3 speed because it's so unbelievably slow. 124k. We should definitely be making a profit. Yeah, look at that money. That money that we've got rolling in. That's not bad. That's not bad if I do say so myself. We're gonna need a little bit more cash in the tank before we can comfortably go about setting up a new line. Not like we need that much more, but we'll need a little bit more. A little bit more might be a little bit nice. So we might wait until both this train has arrived and also this train, just to be on the safe side of things. I don't really want to be silly about it. I also want to get boats involved, but I don't have the money to get boats involved right now. Okay, how much are you gonna get me? 300, 200 and something K? Might just take out a loan, actually, for the sake of ease. It might just be easier to take out a loan. I mean, we're already, what, 3.5 into loans, so I'm not really that keen on taking out yet more loans, but we could do it. 240k. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so not much of an opportunity, unfortunately, to buy some more trains because it's such an expensive job. Yeah, we only get 1 carriage. You'll get in, and that'll allow us to buy maybe 2 more? No, 1 more. Not even 2. Alright, well, we'll take out a little bit of a loan because, trust me, it's going to be worth it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll have 5 carriages because we don't have enough for a 6th, but either way, not too difficult to set up. Alright, let's give it a brand new line. Have I already got a line that's 3rd times the charm? I don't. But wasn't that going to be this line? Wasn't this line going to be 3rd times the charm? Alright, well, I'm executively taking the decision to rename the Elstree Borehamwood to Morley line as the 3 times the charm, or 3rd time the charm route. Third times the charm. 3rd times the charm. All right, it's going to be a little bit awkward to set things up at the start because there will be no passengers, but that should be corrected in due course. Shouldn't be too difficult to set up. Oh, Bavarian car and the Borsig. Okay, well, that's a little bit unfortunate that we just introduced a new route, but hey ho, no biggie. Let's also, well, I was way to say let's go and place down a signal over here, but that's a little bit annoying because we can't, because we have no money. But now we have money, so that's great. That's great, that's fine. And 1 signal, I think, should be fine. Just a small little 3k signal. Shouldn't make that that big of a deal. Now, I don't know how fast the people are going to start queuing. I don't imagine it's going to be a very fast process. We can go through the process of setting up, well, I was away to say, we can go through the process of setting up a little bit of bus usage in this town, although I don't actually think it's going to require that much bus usage. We're also going to need a depot, so while we have a little bit of money, let's plonk one down there. 25k, that seems a little bit unreasonable. There we go, 12k. Now we're talking. Let's buy some road vehicles. 1, 2, 3. That should be good enough. And wait, what? Why did? Oh, we still haven't named. Okay, this can be the I don't know. We'll call it "Don't Fail Me Now." I was thinking of something that went with "Third Time's the Charm." Maybe "Don't Fail Me Now." It's not a very creative name. I don't really like it, but it'll damned well do. Alright. Here we go. And I think that should be within walking distance of the station, right? I think so anyway. I think that still counts, right? Yeah, I'm gonna say it totally does. I mean, look. There's already somebody waiting there. Perfect. It worked. It worked. Now, we're not going to be turning a profit on this Third Time's the Charm. Where is it here? Third Time's the Charm. We're not going to be turning a profit on that quite yet. It's going to take a little while to get us up and profitable. But I imagine that it'll be, yep, very, very shortly that we start to see a bunch of passengers actually arriving. And I don't think there's going to be any problems getting a bunch of passengers to travel on that route. I do not think that there will be any problems at all, actually. I mean, Morley is completely unconnected. There's already 5 passengers waiting there, so I have no idea why I was ever worried, to be honest. 100% fine. Wait, is this train orange? It's not orange, dude. Oh my god, it's plain old green. I think we can actually change the color on the go. Should we make it like red? I think the, what color is the route? The route is not red. The route is Third Time's the Charm. It's pink. Okay, can we get pink instead? Whoa! All right, that is that's pink. that is a very pink. Can we tone it down? Wow, it looks even worse on this side. At least, like, the shade has made it a nice shade of purple. However, on this side, in the light, it's, whew, it's something, that's for sure. Maybe a little bit of a darker shade of purple. I mean, it's just grubby. Maybe a lighter shade. Okay. All right, Barbie. That's maybe not a great color. That's not a bad one. I don't mind that one so much. But actually, I take it back. Let's just go for this deep magenta color. I think that seems pretty reasonable. But it's not my favorite, but it'll do. All right. How many people have we got waiting at the station? That's my question. 12 people. 12 people is not going to be enough to turn a profit, I don't think. We're 118k in the hole on this route. That is not great, actually. That's not fantastic. I mean, I'll take it. I'll take it because it's, you know, it's an introductory route. There's no obligation for it to be super profitable super quickly, but okay, all right, you know, I can get used to 16 passengers. That's much more reasonable. 16 passengers is definitely doable. Third Time's a Charm, second to none, but one is losing money. However, Don't Fail Me Now is also losing money, so that's no big deal. Yeah, we're still losing money, but hey-ho. 3 people are already waiting. Could they not have run a little bit faster and gotten on the train before it left? I just ask because, you know, I want money, and I don't want to have to wait another entire journey to see that money come to fruition. Third Time's the Charm, 13 passengers already waiting. That is great stuff. That is great stuff. Thing is, though, it seems that we've got the number of carriages for the, you know, for the Great Bridge of Dorchester. We've got Dorchester, sorry. It seems that we've got the number of carriages for this route roughly correct. I don't feel like super out of it. I mean, 19 passengers left. Yes, it's not ideal, but 47 passengers left on the good old regular. That's a lot of passengers. That's a lot of passengers. And the train still has to come all the way back, so Could probably do with adding another couple of carriages onto the good old regular line. That might be something that we are interested in doing. Third time's the charm. How many passengers have you got waiting here? 20 passengers. I mean, this single load might be enough to get us into profitable territory if we make over 100, well, 138k now. 128k. That would be very nice if that happened. How much money are we going to make? 81. Okay, so not as much as I was hoping for, but, you know, alas, that's the reality that we live in. And I'm sure that we're going to become profitable with this route. I'm pretty much 100% certain. I mean, what, 21 passengers? Yeah, if we have another load like that, then that's absolutely fine. Totally acceptable. All right, great. What do we need now? We need to find like another project that we can get involved in. And ideally, it would be a Dorchester to Brackley route. I mean, that would be lovely. But at a time of my finances are not doing great, I don't think it's that wise of an idea to be tunneling through. I say tunneling, not tunneling. I don't think it would be that wise of an idea to start a huge, long route that is probably going to require some bridging. I mean, maybe not, if we're optimistic, but it's going to be expensive nonetheless, because, yeah, we're literally starting on a hill, so to speak. So maybe the Dorchester to Brackley route is going to be put on hold for a little bit, so we won't have to worry about that. Holy shit, we've got a fucking lot of passengers waiting here. Yeah, you know what? Maybe the good old regular route is fine. We'll leave it for now. And also the signal should work fine. Maybe even though that Morley is our latest town that we've expanded to, maybe that could be a great opportunity to expand to Gravesend. Gravesend, or perhaps even... No, this is way too hilly. I really look forward to the logistic challenges that are going to arise from building a train network all the way to these mountainous towns. But for now, I do not think that that's an appropriate thing to spend our money on. Featherstone, yes, and also Gravesend would be fantastic to add to the network. In fact, we could probably just straight up get a Featherstone to Gravesend track, like, right now. Might actually be not the craziest thing in the world to do. I mean, we probably won't have enough money to do it all, but it might actually be pretty good. I also, like, looking back on it, I'm actually really happy with all of the choices that we've made in regards to where we place the stations. It's really important that you place a station in a location that's really good for growth. In fact, you know, I don't even think we need to run a bus service if we have a passenger line here. I mean, that gets like 90% of the town anyway. It's actually really good. Okay, it's going to be a little bit more difficult up in Featherstone, because there's not as much accessible residential area that we can stick a station. I'm feeling that we're going to have to stick it down somewhere. Maybe here? Either way, it's not going to be the greatest of choices, but alas. Yeah, let's just stick it down here. 99k? 92k? Alright. Sign me up. I mean, it sucks that it's going to be so unbelievably far out of town. Yeah, that road's not getting removed. That building's not getting removed. There we go. It sucks that it's going to be so far out of town, and it's barely going to cover any of the residential area, but it's going to link up to our network a heck of a lot better, so we do need to bear that in mind. We're also going to be able to get a bunch of bus, tram stops, whatever. So that shouldn't be too much of an issue. 45k for a depot there. Yeah, you can fuck off, game. 19k, 20k? 19k. Fine. Buy some road vehicles. And we're going to call this route nice and creatively. Again, we're going to call this one the Featherstone Express. In fact, maybe not Express. The Featherstone The Featherstone bus, Featherstone coach. Coach? Yeah, coach. Featherstone coach. Whatever. I like it. It's nice and creative. Stick it on Featherstone coach. Let's give the Featherstone coach some places to go first. There are some warnings apparently, which is not great, but alas, Featherstone coach has been created. And if you'll note that we're actually making money at a nice decent pace at the moment, so we're not really dipping down. We're probably making money on all of our routes, all of our major ones anyway. Third time's the charm, apparently, we're not making any money on. In fact, we're losing a substantial amount of the stuff. Ah, well, I spoke too soon. Turns out we're making money now, bitches. Yeah. Only 16 passengers coming from Morley, though. That's less than I can hope for. That's not great. Looks like the town is already rebuilt around the area that we destroyed, so that's fine. Third time's the charm is actually getting decent people. I mean, I'm so glad that we started in Elstree and Borehamwood. Like, it really, really has made the difference. I mean, it's the largest percentage of residents paths using at least one of your lines. Wow, 16%. I guess that's okay. What is it like in Framlingham? 9%. Dorchester, 8%. Morley, 17%. Holy shit. And Gravesend, 0%. Yeah, so a little bit annoying in a variety of regards there, but yeah, no, also not looking too bad. Not looking too bad at all. All right, let the game autosave, and let's try and get down this hill if possible. I want to be... Yeah. I want to be going as fast as possible, but at the same time, I also want to, like, curve around, which is exactly what I intend to do. I don't really want to be gouging huge bits out of this hill. It's not really in my best interest. It's gonna be a little bit of an expensive little curve over here, but, you know, alas, what can you do? And then it should be pretty much smooth sailing. Maybe a little bit of terrain modification, but mostly none, I think. Okay. And there we go. 71k. That's actually a really, really affordable rate. I'm going to take it. And with that, we've got a kind of independent line, which is kind of... It's kind of cool to think about, actually. We've got a line that is completely independent from the rest of our transport network, which is going to make it fantastic when we eventually connect up the two transport networks. That will be interesting. And the thing is, with a new independent transport network area, we're also going to get a new depot for the first time in what seems like forever, because we've managed to run the entire Elstree and Borehamwood network, so to call it, as in the one over there. We've managed to run that on one depot, so I don't know if that's a good thing, but hey-ho. This one's going to be called the Featherstone Express. Can this one go up to 45 kilometers per hour? Should we get the latest train? I mean, we can't really afford it. But if I could, would I? No. I don't think it's really that worth it. I mean, for an extra 5 miles per hour, does it really matter? I would think not. Also, the Bavarian car, an extra 2 passengers. Don't know if I really care that much. Not a big deal. I am going to borrow a little bit of money because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I'm going to set you on a new line. This is going to be called the Featherstone Express. We do actually need to start paying back our debt. Featherstone Express. There we go. Add two stations. Add 2 stations. All right. Again, it's going to be a little while before this this route actually starts making me money, but I'm hopeful that it will be quite soon. All right. Gravesend, you now need to have your bus stop set up, which is actually going to be relatively easy to do. In fact, no, I said that we didn't even need a bus stop over here because it's all within walking distance of the train station. I'm going to live dangerously and say that I am going to live by that. I'm going to see if it actually makes a difference. What's this? Navigatable waters. Oh yeah, yeah, I know how that works. I know how that works. Yeah, so no passengers waiting yet, but I think it'll start happening actually relatively soon. I would imagine. Is that a passenger that I saw up there? Is that a passenger? No, it's not a passenger. It was a house being built. Well, that's mildly depressing. Either way, I'm very, very confident that it's going to be happening quite soon. How are we doing for loans? What have we got now? 4.5. We managed to take on an extra 1 million in debt this episode alone, which is actually, like, not prohibitively bad. It's not great, but it's not terrible either. Not terrible by any stretch of the imagination. Oh, first passenger, Featherstone Express, waiting at Gravesend. That's great. I think the train arriving in the station, like, triggers something. I don't know if it's, I don't know, logic of the game that says, hey, this station is now open for business and is actually active or whatever, so I don't know how that works, but I think it works like that. It's just a guess, though. As in, like, as soon as we see the train leave this station, we're probably going to start to see some people amassing over here. 13 people waiting already. Wow. What's the limit on this train? 42 passengers. All right. That's really, really, really good. That is amazing. 0% of people are actually using my my services. That is saddening to me. This is quite a hill as well, actually. Like, I didn't really appreciate how steep that hill was until just then. It's quite an elevation to climb. 16 people waiting. All right, that's good. That's not bad after one single route. To have 16 people waiting, that's nothing to be, you know, ashamed about or anything, but it's not exactly fantastic either. You're coming in too, 42 passengers, might actually get a full load on you. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Two more passengers. 41. Oh, come on. Run, people, run. Run. 4 people. 4 people are going to be arriving very, very soon. Hey, we did it. 42, 45. Perfect. So a full complement of passengers are going to be riding on this horrifically ugly, garish pink train on the way back to Elstree and Borehamwood. I was surprised to see only 20 passengers on that route from Elstree and Borehamwood. That in itself is a little bit weird. 15% of people are using my my transport network. Third time's the charm, 24 people. Yeah, well, hopefully we see more people than that. The real question is the bus layout of this city, is it sufficient? Bus station here. Seems to cover, yeah, I think we're still covering most of the residential area. As in, it's not expanded sufficiently to make me have cause for concern, as in, I don't think we'll need to expand the road network over there quite yet. Maybe over in Dorchester we'll need to expand the road network kind of soonish. I mean, there's that house that has 3 residents in, but, you know, who really gives a shit anyway about them? No, but it looks like the road network in all of the towns is mostly fine, actually. 41 passengers waiting over there. Yeah, I mean, this seems fine over here too, actually. Nothing seems bad or whatever. It's all relatively smooth sailing. What I am gonna do, actually, which may seem like a little bit of a silly thing to do, but we'll do it. Whoa. This may seem like a really silly thing to do, but I'm gonna take out $1 million loan, and I'm gonna get rid of some of these houses so that I can build out a little bit of track. Too much slope? Really? Really? Even if we get rid of this building, which will presumably get removed anyway. The reason that I do that is that I really, really, really do want too much slope. What's the big idea? What is the big idea? Yeah, as I really wanted to make sure that we can build out the other side of this town when we want to. Not when we have to. You know, when we have to, and all of these buildings are like max level and we're gonna have to knock them down. For example, if we want to knock down this building, it's like 150k, 450k. I don't really want to be spending more money than I need to, if I can avoid it, so... 101k to get rid of this little bit of road. Sure. That's road. That is definitely road. Alright. So that should see to it that we don't have to spend a shit ton of money in the future. It's not a big deal, but it's just something that needed to be done, and it was something that I thought would be kind of fun. As it turns out, it was totally kind of fun. I did have to spend a lot of money for that, though, so that was less than ideal. Too much slope, really? Can I go underground? Is there not a possibility of me going underground? That really doesn't like it. I mean, that is a horrific slope right there. That really is god-awfully bad. And you'll have issues with the terrain either way. But there is, like, I can go under the train here, right? I can do that for, like, bits of building, bits of road even. I can go underground. That's absolutely something that I can do, but the game just does not want to do it here. No, you do not want to do that. Alright, well, if we can't do that, then we should probably make sure that we have a crossing in a somewhat controlled manner. So we'll extend that a little bit, and then we will... 28k to remove a building? Fucking sure. Yeah, so we'll actually help with development of this city, unbelievably. And we'll create something which we want to see, rather than something which the AI will force upon us. It's not perfect, but it's, you know, it's far from terrible. And in fact, if we wanted to force a second track here, that might actually not be the worst thing in the world. I actually think that that might, like, it looks really, really shitty. It looks really, really corny. But I actually think that that might just mean that things will work a little bit better in the future. Future-proofing it, ladies and gents. Anyway, we're going to finish the episode up here. My name, of course, has been Naomi Potato. In this episode, we managed to actually do a relatively large amount. We ended up to getting an entirely independent little transport network, which is chugging along rather nicely, if I do say so myself. Anyway, ladies and gents, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.